Hi, kindergartners. Welcome to your TV classroom. Today is Friday, January 15th. How are you? How was your weekend? Not weekend, how was your week? Whoo, Mrs. Wally. My words are getting jumbled in my head. You know what that tells me? I need to do some hand breathing. Do your words ever get jumbled? So before we do anything, let's do some hand breathing and make sure our brains are focused. Here we go. Oh, let's try that again. How was your week? I hope you had a great week this week. The weekend is coming, and I love weekends, but we still have some learning to do, so let's get ready to learn. Before we do our learning, though, let's check in with our zone. Go ahead and look. What zone are you in today? I'm in the green zone. I was a little bit in the yellow zone. My thoughts were going a little too fast, but I'm back in the green zone. Mabel, how are you feeling today? Yeah, I think you're a little bit in the yellow zone too. Why do you have a cone on your head? You think it makes a good hat? Okay. Well, beings were working on shapes and solid shapes. Miss Oslin's laughing over at her desk, friends. Beings were working on solid shapes. I'll let you wear your cone hat today, okay? But don't let it be a distraction. Okay. Let's do our Number Fun Friday. Take a look at our first equation. What does this mean? In math, it's like a secret code. So let's figure it out. Are you ready? This number 2 means this. It means 2. And this number 5 means this. And this symbol right here, it means to put together. So we're going to take 2 and we're going to take 5 and we're going to put them together and count all of them. Now, I know that I can count each one, but as a strong kindergarten mathematician, I also know I can start at 5 and count up. So I'm going to say 5, 6, 7. So what is 2 plus 5? It's the same as or makes 7. Woo! Okay, let's try the next one. 2 put together with 4 is how much? Well, 4, 5, 6. 2 plus 4 is 6. Very good. Okay, this time I'm not going to draw the dots. Let's use our fingers. We're going to put together 2 and 3. 3, 4, 5. 2 plus 3 is 5. Excellent job. 2, it's a double. Do you know this one? 2 plus 2 is 4. Very good. 2 plus 2 is 4. Oh, 2 plus 1. If I put them together, how much do I get? I get 3. Excellent work. 2 plus 1 is 3. Today we are learning the difference between solid shapes and flat shapes and the names of the flat shapes. I want you to think back to yesterday. Who remembers the solid shapes? Yes, the ones I could hold in my hand. The sphere, the cone, the cube, the cylinder. Who remembers the flat shapes? They were the ones that I drew on the paper. Square, circle, triangle. Excellent. Here's what we're going to do. I'm going to point to a shape, and you're going to say flat, solid. If it's a flat shape, I'm going to put an X. If it's a solid shape, I'm going to put a circle. Mr. Kevin, are you ready to play this game? Here we go. Okay, this shape right here, solid or flat? What is that shape? It's a rectangle. Solid or flat? Flat! Flat shape. Okay. How about this one right here? This one. That shape. Is it solid or flat? Well, what shape is it? It's a cone. Solid! Gotta circle it. Okay. Ooh, which one should I do next, Mabel? Okay. Solid or, oops, that's not what I meant to do. Solid or flat? What do you think? Solid! Very good. I just saw a really cool tool. Let's see if this works. How about this shape right here? Solid or flat? What is it? What's its name? It's a circle. Are circles solid or flat? They're flat. Okay. This one. Is it solid or flat? Is it? What's its name? It's not a square. It's not a box. A box is this shape. What shape is a box? It's a cube. Very good. Is a cube solid or flat? It's solid. You can hold it in your hands. It has dimension to it, right? Okay. What shape is that? Triangle. Solid or flat? Flat. Solid or flat? Flat. Solid or flat? Ooh, this is another cylinder. It's just laying on its side. Is that solid or flat? Solid. Solid or flat? Flat. What about that one? It's a ball, just like that red ball I had yesterday. Solid or flat? Solid. Okay, the last two, are they solid or flat? They're flat. It's a square and a rectangle. Okay, we're going to go through and name the shapes that are flat. If it's solid, we're going to cross it out. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to color in a shape, a color, and you have to tell me what the shape is and if it's solid or flat. Are you ready? Oh, this green shape. What shape is this? It has 4 equal sides at 90-degree angles. This is a square. Very good. Okay, now, this time I'm going to tell you the shape name, and you have to figure out which one I'm going to color. I'm going to color it red, and I'm going to color the hexagon red. What is a hexagon? A hexagon is a shape that has 6 sides. Okay, let's count our sides and see which one has 6 sides. 1, 2, 3. Is that a hexagon? No. What about this one? Well, it's just a big curve. There aren't any flat sides, Mr. Kevin.
No.
That's a special shape. I wonder if any of our friends know the name of that shape. I bet you do. Let's count this one. 1, 2, 3, 4 sides. No, that doesn't have 6 sides. And then this one, it's got a circle. This looks like a solid shape. I don't think we're going to be coloring that one in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I found it. This is a hexagon. This is the hexagon. I'm going to outline it in red. Instead of color it in, I'm going to outline it to save time. Okay. The circle. What's special about a circle, kindergartners? It has no flat sides. It just goes around and around and around and around and around and around and around. And it doesn't stop until you tell it to stop. It just goes around and around and around. You could just follow the circle around and around and around and around and around forever if you wanted. Do you see the circle? Okay, I'm going to do the circle purple. Are you ready? Which one do you think's the circle? Here we go. Ooh, there's the circle. Okay, now we have a triangle and a rectangle left. Triangle. Tri means 3. Triangles have 3 sides. Do you see a shape with 3 sides? I see a shape with 3 sides. Are you ready? You pick. Which one do you think it is? This is a triangle. 3 sides that connect, that are straight. So that must mean this last one is a rectangle. Okay. What color should we do it? What do you think? How about yellow? Yellow for the rectangle. Excellent. So what's this other shape? Do you know the name of that shape? That's a cylinder, and it's a solid shape. So we're not going to color it because we were only doing flat shapes today. Let's go over the names of our shapes again. Everyone say triangle. Hexagon. Say hexagon. Rectangle. Circle. Square. Great job. Okay. Now, do you see there's colors around each shape? We've got the triangle purple, square green, rectangle red, circle orange, hexagon yellow. So we're going to go through, we're going to find all of the triangles first, and we're going to ring them with the color purple. Are you ready? So you're going to tell me ding, 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 or meh, meh, if it's a triangle. Okay, the first one in the first row, is this a triangle? Nope. Meh, meh. Next, is this a triangle? Meh, meh. Is that a triangle? Meh, meh. Is this a triangle? Ding, 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 we found a triangle. Okay, we're gonna go to the next row. Is this a triangle? Whoop, where's my laser pointer? Is that a triangle? Meh, meh. Is this a triangle? Meh, meh. Is this a triangle? Ding, 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 ding. We have a triangle. Okay, private think time in the last row. Which one are you going to circle purple? You could even circle it on your screen if you want. You won't make a mark, but think about which one am I going to circle purple? Which one do you think it is? Are you ready? Oh, where's the triangle? Ding, 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 ding. Okay, now we're going to do the square. What makes a square? It has 4 sides that are all the same length, and they all meet at 90 degrees. Now, squares can go this way. Squares can go this way. Squares can go this way. They can go this way. But they have to have 4 straight sides that are the same length, and all 4 corners meet at 90-degree angles. Okay? So let's find the square in the first row. See if you can see it. Which one do you think is the square? Pebble, you don't think there's a square? There's a square in the first row. They've just taken the square and they've turned it a little bit. Are you ready? Here's the square. Did you get it right? Great job. Let's go into the next row. Where's the square? Found it. Oh, our last row, there's no square. Okay, well, that's okay. Not every row is going to have every shape. Let's move on to the rectangle. Rectangles also have 4 sides. The top and bottom are the same length, and the sides are the same length, and they all meet at 90 degrees. Do you see a rectangle in the first row? Do you find it? Okay, here we go. Rectangle. Oh, yeah, Mabel, there's no rectangle in the second row. Sad. What about the last row? Do you see a rectangle? I see a rectangle. Remember, a rectangle doesn't have to sit like this. It can be whatever position we want. Here's the rectangle. All right, time for the circles. We're going to circle the circles. Okay, first row, do you see a circle? I do. Circle. Second row, do you see a circle? No circle. Last row, do you see a circle? Ding, ding, ding. It's right there. Okay, this is my favorite shape, the last shape, the hexagon. Everyone say hexagon. I'm going to actually do it in black because it says to do it in yellow, but that's going to be really, really hard to see. So, first row, do you see a six-sided figure that's all connected and closed? Second row, do you see a figure with six sides? Ding, ding, ding. Right there. Last row, do you see a hexagon with six equal sides? Only one hexagon. Okay, friends. Which shapes are flat? What shapes are flat and what are their names? What do you see? This is a flat shape. And this is a flat shape. Who knows their names? Mabel, what's the red shape? What's its name? It's a square. Great job. Okay, friends at home, the purple shape, what's its name? This one right here, what's its name? It's a circle. Great job. So today for your homework, you're going to do page 239 and 240. It shows you at the top of the page right here what color you're going to circle each type of shape. So you're going to do the triangles red, the squares green, the circles orange, and you're going to go through each row and find them. And then on the second page, you're going to continue working and finding all the shapes and circling them with the right color, just like we did right here. Okay? So that's your assignment for today. Today we learned the difference between solid shapes and flat shapes, and we named the flat shapes. We told what the solid shapes names were. We were telling what made a flat shape. We sorted the shapes. We could even count how many we have. Nice job. And we named all the flat shapes today. Excellent work, kindergartners. Now, before you go on your break, you need to make sure to get your learning buddy for your time with Miss Oslin. You're going to have a break time right now. You can go to the bathroom, get a drink, participate in the break, and then when you come back, you'll be with Miss Oslin for your learning. All right, have a great weekend, and I will see you on Tuesday. Bye, friends.
Hello, I'm Gretchen. I'm a cellist in Northwest Sinfonietta Orchestra, and I'm a cellist out of Northwest Sinfonietta Orchestra too, in which case I'm actually mostly playing on an electric cello. I'll talk more about that maybe at another time. I'm wondering who among you play instruments and who listens to instrumental music? I hope you listen to instrumental music because it does something different to our brains. Even though I also love listening to music with words too. And I'm going to play a song that is an instrumental version of a song with words called Pure Imagination. You don't have to know it. It's from the 1971 film Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. a song that I play in the band that I'm in. I'm in a band with a couple other members of Northwest Sinfonietta. Anna Doak on double bass and Brandon Vance on violin. And then we have a percussionist, Don Dietrich, who completes our band, which is called Different Drummer. You'll see in the video that will show that Don plays alternative percussion. He built a desk that he uses for all of his sounds, and it includes an old-fashioned manual typewriter and a trash can and suitcase and all kinds of things. And we all helped find some parts of that desk. And I wonder if you start looking around your home, if you might find some things that make interesting percussive sounds. At one point, looking for things, I was looking for things that could be shaken. So this is a container granola, and I found this cooling tray that made a great ring, and pots and pans are good. I did take a cooking class where the teacher said not to tap on the side of a pan because she said that was mean to the food. But I think that if it's percussive and rhythmic, I think it's okay. So, sorry to grown-ups, but it's fun to make some sounds. So, in the video that you're going to see of our band, we're playing a piece that Anna wrote called Mischief. And each of us represents a family member in this musical depiction, and the piece is a scene from family life. So you can imagine who is who and what we're doing using your imagination. I hope that you enjoy.
Hi, kindergartners. Welcome back from your break. I see you have your learning buddy, and I have a really, really fun book that I'm excited to share with you today. So let's get started. You'll remember your job is to listen, share, read, and write. Active listening means, say this with me, eyes watching, ears listening, voice quiet, body still. And even when we're doing all of those things, you still might need to remind yourself to focus. If you find your mind thinking about something else, just gently remind yourself, focus, self, focus, and then come back to me. We have been learning all about different types of what we're calling functional writing. You'll remember that we learned that functional writing can be lists, they can be signs, they can be flyers, they can be billboards, advertisements, they can be restaurant signs, right? Most of us recognize McDonald's, right? We don't even have to think about it. We see the golden arches and we're like, that's McDonald's. That's functional writing. And we've been reading about letters. And we read We Are Best Friends by Aliki, in which our characters, Robert and Peter, use friends to communicate, right? They move apart and then they write back and forth, and they use pictures and words in their letters to communicate. We also learned in Dear Juno, where Juno's grandmother lives far away in Korea, and they write letters back and forth and include, again, pictures in their letters to help the other person understand what they're doing or thinking or feeling. Today, we're going to learn how writers can use letters to persuade others. Kindergartners, say persuade. Persuade means to convince someone or talk someone into doing something that you want them to do for you, or give you something, or make them think like you think. So let's read. Oh, our example of this was in Click, Clack, Moo, Cows That Typed. Remember, the cows were writing letters to Farmer Brown to get electric blankets because they were cold in the barn. They were writing persuasive letters. They were trying to get Farmer Brown to give them something that they thought they deserved. We're going to read another story today called I Wanna Iguana. And it's by Karen Kaufman Orloff and illustrated by David Catro. And in this book, Alex, our character, he uses letters to persuade his mother or tell his mother to let him get a pet iguana. Now, I was planning this lesson. I was like, I wonder how many kindergartners in Tacoma have ever seen an iguana. So I included this picture. An iguana is a type of animal, and our character, Alex, wants one for a pet. Now, looking at this picture, would you want an iguana for a pet? I would probably not. I know that there's one at the Point Defiance Zoo, so if I ever wanted to visit an iguana, I'm okay with just going to the zoo. I don't need to have one in my house. But maybe you have a different opinion. Maybe you would want an iguana. I want an iguana. Let's read the first letter in I Want an Iguana and see how Alex writes a letter to try to persuade or get his mom to give him what he wants, which is a pet iguana. Dear Mom, I know you don't think I should have Mickey Gulligan's baby iguana when he moves, but here's why I should. If I don't take it, he goes to Stinky, and Stinky's dog Lurch will eat it. You don't want that to happen, do you? Signed, your sensitive son, Alex. So Alex wants a baby iguana, but he needs to persuade or talk his mom into it first. And he is so smart that he gives a really good reason. Stinky's dog Lurch will eat the iguana. I bet his mom won't want that to happen. What do you think? Do you think his mom will say, you're right, you can have the baby iguana? Give me a thumbs up. If you say, nope, it's not going to work, his mom won't use that as an excuse. Give me a thumbs down. What do you think? We're about 50-50. Half of us think that this will work, and half of us are like, nope, you still won't get the baby iguana. Let's find out. Dear Alex, I'm glad you're so compassionate, but I doubt that Stinky's mother will let Lurch get into the iguana's cage. Nice try, though. Love, Mom. Ooh, that didn't work. Alex's reason didn't work. I wonder if he has another reason. Let's keep reading and find out. Dear Mom, did you know that iguanas are really quiet and they're cute too? I think they are much cuter than hamsters. Love, your adorable son, Alex. He does have another reason. I bet his mom will definitely agree that iguanas are quiet and cute. Let's read her response. Dear Alex, tarantulas are quiet too, but I wouldn't want one as a pet. By the way, that iguana of Mikey's is uglier than Godzilla. Just thought I'd mention it. Love, Mom. Uh-oh, that didn't work either. Mom says, yeah, tarantulas are quiet too. And she does not think that iguanas are cute. Keep reading to find out what Alex does. Dear Mom, you would never even have to see the iguana. I'll keep his cage in my room on the dresser next to my soccer trophies. Plus, he's so small. I bet you'll never even know he's there. Love and a zillion and one kisses, Alex. Dear Alex, iguanas can grow to be over 6 feet long. 6 feet long, friends. That's taller than me. You won't have enough space in your whole room, much less on your dresser, with or without your trophies. Love, Mom. Oh no, that reason didn't work either. We're going to continue to read and think about how Alex is trying to persuade his mom and what his mom says. But before we do that, let's think. Let's make a prediction. Do you think that Mikey is going to be able to convince or persuade his mom to get him the pet iguana? Or do you think in the end she's going to say, nope, no pet iguana? Take some think time. Turn and tell your learning buddy what you think. Yes, Alex is going to get the iguana in the end, or nope, Mom's going to say no matter what. Mabel, I'm thinking as a mother here, and I'm thinking I don't think he'll be able to convince her. Iguanas take up a lot of space. They're not cute. Sounds like a lot of work. I wonder what they eat. I wonder if they stink. I don't know. Now, let's think of all the reasons so far that Alex has given to his mom to persuade him or persuade her to give him the pet iguana. Let's see. He said Stinky's dog Lurch will eat it, and that didn't work. He said iguanas are cute and quiet. That didn't work. And he said that iguanas are small. And that, his mom knew better. She said, no, they get to be like 6 feet long, huge, longer than your dresser. Let's keep reading and see what else they come up with. Dear Mom, it takes 15 years for an iguana to get that big. Mikey told me. I'll be married by then and probably living in my own house. Love, your smart and mature kid, Alex. Dear Alex, how are you going to get a girl to marry you when you own a 6-foot-long reptile? Love, your concerned mother. Dear Mom, forget the girl. I need a new friend now. This iguana can be the brother I've always wanted. Love, your lonely child, Alex. Aww. I wonder if that'll work. Alex is lonely. He wants a brother. Maybe the iguana can be like a brother. Let's see what Mom says. Dear Alex, you have a brother. Love, Mom. Oh, that didn't work. He does have a brother. Dear Mom, I know I have a brother, but he's just a baby. What fun is that? If I had an iguana, I could teach it tricks and things. Ethan doesn't do tricks. He just burps and poops. Love grossed out Alex. Dear Alex, how do I know you're ready for a pet? Remember what happened when you took home the class fish? Love, Mom. I wonder what happened. Ooh. Dear Mom, if I knew the fish was going to jump into the spaghetti sauce, I never would have taken the cover off the jar. Love, your son who has learned his lesson. P.S. Iguanas don't like spaghetti. Dear Alex, let's say I let you have the iguana on a trial basis. What exactly would you do to take care of it? Love, Mom. Dear Mom, I would feed him every day. He eats lettuce. And I would make sure he had enough water. And I would clean his cage when it got messy. Love, responsible Alex. P.S. What's a trial basis? So Alex has some other persuasive reasons. He says, yes, iguanas grow to be 6 feet long, but it takes 15 years. He could use it like a brother. That didn't work. He could let it do tricks. Iguanas don't like spaghetti, so it's not going to be like the class fish. And now he's saying that he would take care of him. He would make sure it has lettuce. He's done research. He knows that's what they eat. He would make sure it has water, and he would clean its cage. Those were some concerns that I had, and I wonder if Mom is now thinking that Alex has an answer to all of her concerns. Dear Alex, a trial basis means Dad and I see how well you take care of him for a week or two before we decide if you can have him forever. Remember, Stinky and Lurch are waiting. Love, Mom. P.S. If you clean his cage as well as you clean your room, you're in trouble. Dear Mom, I really, really, really try to clean my room and the iguana's cage. Also, listen to this. I'll pay for the lettuce with my allowance. I mean, how much can a baby iguana eat anyway? Love, Alex, the financial wizard. So now Alex has one last persuasive point. Not only is he going to take care of it, but he'll pay for the iguana's food. Okay, before we find out, check back in. What do you think? Do you think Mom is going to say yes? Or do you think Mom is still going to say no? Take some think time. Turn and tell your learning buddy what you're thinking. Mom's going to say yes, or Mom's going to say no. Mabel? I think Mom might say yes. He has some really good points. He's promising to take care of the iguana. He's promising to pay for its food, clean its cage. I think she'll say yes. Are you ready to find out? Here we go. Are you sure you want to do this, Alex? Yes, Mom. I want an iguana. Please? Look, he's even up just on one tiptoe looking up at his mom. Dear Alex, look on your dresser. Love, Mom. Yes! Thank you, thank you. Look how happy Lurch is. Or that's not Lurch, that's his dog, but look how happy his dog is. So, Alex wrote persuasive letters, which means he was trying to talk his mom into giving him what he wanted, which in this case was a pet iguana. And he gave lots and lots of reasons why. Today we learned how writers can use letters to persuade others or get others to give them what they want or think they should have. And we saw a lot of really good examples of how Alex did that with his mom. So today, your writing is you're going to think about writing a persuasive letter. What is something that you want, that you think you should have or deserve? And why do you think you should have that? And who do you need to write to get it? So before I send you off to do that, I want you to do some thinking about your own wants or needs. Take some think time. Now turn and tell your learning buddy something that you want, why you think you should have it, and who you need to write to get it. Mabel, there's this pair of boots that I saw that I really, really want. They're kind of expensive, so I'm going to have to talk to Mr. Oslin about it, but I think I should have them because it's been a while since I've bought a new pair of boots. It's been kind of rainy, and so I think that the boots would help protect my feet and keep me warm, and they look nice. Now, kindergartners, when you go off to do your writing today, think about why you think you should have what it is that you're asking for, who you're writing to, and the reasons that you're going to give for asking for that. Think about how you can draw that. Think about how you can write it now that you know all the letters. You can use what you know about letter names and sounds to write. You're also going to practice reading today. Look in your books and see the letters that you know. Practice reading all the way through words. You can also look at the pictures in your books and think about, say what the pictures are out loud, and think about the sounds, think about the syllables, and think about things that rhyme with the pictures in your book. And I also want to remind you that when you write letters, you also write pictures to help prove your point. So, as a reader, notice how the authors and the illustrators have used words and pictures, because you can do that as a writer. Now, kindergartners, before we do our affirmation, I want to remind you that today is Friday, and on Monday, January 18th, we do not have school in honor of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., who was a civil rights activist who worked really hard to make sure that everyone in our country has equal, fair rights. So we're going to take the day to think about him and honor all of the work that he did. Now, your affirmation today, the positive self-talk that I want to send you off with today is, I can do hard things. Because when things get really hard, that's the time when we need to remind ourselves, yes, it's hard, I can't change that, but it's a good thing that I can do hard things. So practice saying that with me. I can do hard things. And repeat that affirmation to yourself throughout the day today. Thank you so much for reading and thinking with me today. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I look forward to seeing you back here on Tuesday in our TV classroom. Bye.
Hey kids, we want to see your work. Just send your pictures and your stories to TV Classroom, 601 South 8th Street, Tacoma, Washington, 98405.